Good evening, fans. Welcome to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Final game of the day 2 of the Ken Gould Invitational. Men's action, St. Thomas hosting Holland College. Holland College will be in the whites. They will be the road team, though, on the scoreboard. Tommies, in their green with the gold trim, will be the home team. Tommies come into this one 1-0 in the tournament. Winners 95-88 over Mount St. Vincent yesterday. Big difference there was the free throw line. The Tommies, were 16 of 23 versus only 4 of 11 for Mount St. Vincent. Top scorers for the Tommies in that one, Trey Campbell with a real nice looking stat line off the bench, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Tanner Hoyt led the team with 22. But how about this line from Vince Littleton? 19 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 steals. Littleton picked up player of the game honors for that one. And for the Hurricanes, they scored 108 points yesterday afternoon, but still came away losers to the Mount Allison Mounties. That was 116-108. The Electricians were a little bit worried about the bulbs on the scoreboard in that one. The Mounties shot 65% from the field. The Hurricanes over 50 themselves. Could see another high-scoring affair here. Behind 5 three-pointers made, Logan Rempo made 30. Was the game's highest scorer. Jalen Menzies added 16. Alman Dervisevic doing Alman Dervisevic things. 19 points, 6 boards, and 7 assists for Alman. Spoke with Coach Hickey before the game. His only word was same, meaning no changes to the lineup, same starters. So for the Tommies, that will be Littleton, Tanner Hoyt, Evan Villain, and Owen Amos, both of those guys from the Miramichi, and Jeffrey Lavoie. He's out of Ottawa. Coach Kendrick said he didn't manage to recruit anyone overnight to add to the lineup quite yet. But he does have some changes in the starting lineup. We'll pick those ones up as they are announced. We're going to get the starters for the Hurricanes now. 3 is going to be Jalen Menzies. 5 is going to be Alman Dervisevic. 6 is going to be Jack McCauley. 10 is going to be Logan Rempel. And 12 is going to be Josh White. So a very different looking starting lineup for Coach Kendrick here for this one. Cheatham was a starter yesterday, and White was not. He came off the bench. Starters for the Tommies, this is going to be Littleton. Tanner Hoyt, 6'1" guard out of Grand Bay Westfield. Evan Villain, second-year guard out of Miramichi Valley. 10 is going to be the Owen Amos, Mr. Owen Amos, that is. 6'3" out of Miramichi Valley as well. And the all-conference, Lavoie. Nicole Secondare, Patrice Desloges for Mr. Lavoie out of the Ottawa area. With the live stats up here, be following along online with the box score, filling in as much as I can. Notable scratches for the Tommies, Tyrese Paul and Gaio Iseo. Gaio, notable starter. He's a first-team All-Star, All-Conference Defensive Player of the Year. Derek McDermott Award, I believe that's called, in the ACAA last year. We're underway. Villain from deep. The Miramichi marksman. Oh, pardon me, that's Tanner Hoyt. Numbers mixed up there a little bit. 6 and 8. Sometimes struggle with those just a little bit. Hoyt with the 3 made. Rebound Lavoie for Owen Amos. That's Villain. He loses the ball to the Hurricanes' Rempel. White on the drive and finish. Nice take by Josh White. Pressure from Holland College. They get the turnover. Dervisevic for the streaking Menzies. He lays it in for 2. 4-3 Hurricanes. They come with strong pressure. Tanner Hoyt going to get called for the travel. But he was shooting there. I'm not sure how that can be a travel. Not sure I agree with the official on that one. 1-2 and up. Nonetheless, does go as the travel. Might have to watch that one on replay, see if I catch anything I didn't in live action. Rebound to Amos. Out for Littleton. Littleton is stopped. Rempel to the front court. Back for Menzies. Menzies streaking to the bucket. Rebound White. Outside for Macaulay. Macaulay drains a 2. Pressure again from the Hurricanes. It's going to be out of bounds off Dervisevic. The officials will confer. I think they had opposite directions. Officials for this one. Misters Jeffrey, Wilton, and Tweedy. That is Spencer Jeffrey in the backcourt. Owen Amos converts a 3. Tipped up by Lavoie. It's going to go over to the Tommies. Folks, I don't pay to get in here, but watching Coach Kendrick is worth the price of admission on the sideline. I wouldn't want to work the scores table. On a game he does, at least at this end of it. Not sure you'd see half of the game. It is entertaining, great to see him in the ACAA. That's a deep 3. From Macaulay. Macaulay with 2 threes, or 2 deep shots at least in this one. 1-3, 1-2 for Macaulay. Referee Dan Wilton does give a little warning to Coach Kendricks and stay back off the floor. Time violation on the Tommies, I believe. Coach Hickey working the official a little bit. I believe he's trying to get the officials to keep the Hurricanes coach back off the playing surface. Villain on the drive. Misses. Oh, Amos is there for the tip, but he's going to draw the foul and get 2 shots out of it. Foul's going to go on Alman Dervisevic. 9-6 Hurricanes in the early going. Amos and Hoyt each with a 3 for the Tommies. Macaulay a 3 and a 2. Menzies and Josh White each with 2. Owen Amos, a miss on the first. And the second. Rebound, Villain. Back for Amos. Littleton. Tommy sets some offense. Littleton takes the three, makes the three. Ties us at 9. Vince Littleton shows off the range. Jurvicevic for McCauley, who gets called for the shuffling of the feet. Nice finish by Owen Amos, spinning through the lane. 11-9 Tommies. Knocked away by Lavoie. He's got Josh White. Villain has it knocked away. Nice pass from Lavoie to the cutting Villain. .6:03 to go, first quarter. Back and forth action as expected. Littleton. A little too much pepper on the rock that time for Owen Amos. Littleton with the deflection. Will stay Hurricanes ball. Menzies for Rempel. Jurvicevic. Josh White up high. McCauley steps in for a jump shot and makes it. Mid-range jumper for Jack McCauley. Tanner Hoyt gets the shot off. He draws the foul, will go to the line. Foul's going to go on Josh White. It's going to be his first. Trey Campbell set to check in for St. Thomas. Evan Villain will go to the bench. Hoyt converts. Hoyt, who's moved to St. Thomas from UMB SJ, averaged over 15 a game for the Seawolves last year. That's number 2, Cheatham on the drive. Jurvicevic with the shot, missed to Lavoie. Into the hands of Littleton. White looks to punch it away. He's going to pick up his second foul. Coach Kendrick says, that's not where I want you to get the foul, big fella. You're 6'5". We don't want you reaching in the front court trying to pick it from a little guard. I want you to pick those fouls up underneath the bucket somewhere. Nick Mills checks in, number 9 for the Hurricanes. Lavoie on the spin, goes glass, no good. Rebound in the hands of McCauley. McCauley will keep it himself, but good defense by Tanner Hoyt to knock that out of the hands of McCauley and not pick up a foul. McCauley from way deep finds the bottom of the bucket. Hoyt on the scramble play goes to the bucket and scores 2. Kyrie Thompson, number 1 into the game for the Hurricanes. Jurvicevic, McCauley, again from way deep. That one's front rim. Hoyt on the board for Owen Amos. Trey Campbell. Hurricanes work the zone. Picking up the foul on the drive is Kyrie Thompson. Foul's going to go on Tanner Hoyt. Zach Votor checks in for the Tommies. Votor, 5'9" guard out of Fredericton and a Cole St. Anne. Castor's basketball program, a little underrated in the AA ranks of the New Brunswick High School system. Had a run to the Final 12 at Harbor Station one year. Pretty good looking program being built by the coaches there at a Cole St. Anne. Like to say they're a basketball school, or pardon me, a football school. The basketball program is pretty good as well. 2-on-1 for the Hurricanes against Lavoie. Good defense to not draw the foul, but Votor will pick up the foul on Kyrie Thompson. Harrison Florian, number 22, will check in for the Tommies. He wears 22 in the green, 0 in the white, does Harrison. Hurricanes by 1, 3:51 to go first quarter. Hurricanes by 2. Kyrie out of North Preston, Nova Scotia. Press from the Hurricanes. Votor tries to break it, picks up a foul on Chris Cheatham. Cheatham out of Dallas, Texas, to the Hurricanes by way of Briarcrest College in the ACAC, that's the Alberta Conference. 5th year of eligibility is Cheatham. Harrison Florian gets the reverse to go. Votor hustles, but it's going to be Hurricanes ball. Thompson will inbound on the baseline. 16 on the shot clock. Cheatham spins open underneath. It's back up top for Rempel. He had 30 yesterday, quiet thus far. Get some fouls on the rebound. That's going to go on Florian. His first. Team's third here of the first quarter. Jack McCauley leads the scorers with 10 thus far in this one. Tanner Hoyt, 7 for St. Thomas. Spencer Rossiter with the miss on that long shot. Rossiter will now pick up the foul. Stops the breakout from Tanner Hoyt. That is the 5th foul, though, on the Hurricanes. Hoyt will go to the line. 2 of 2 from the line thus far is Tanner Hoyt. 2 rebounds and an assist already in the early going also for Hoyt. Make that 9 on the game for Tanner Hoyt. Rempel for Rossiter. That's probably got to be a travel over there, I would think, on Nick Mills. Nothing called. Looks like a lot of foot motion. Instead, we're going to have a foul on the Tommies on the continued play. Whatever Nick Mills did there to keep from traveling. Must have a little stickum on the bottom of one of those shoes. Chris Cheatham to the line. Second foul on Tanner Hoyt. Hoyt will come off. So it's Littleton, Campbell, Ethan Tamwine, number 5 is just checked in. Harrison Florian, 22. And Zachary Votor is 7. Cheatham on the make. 2019 Hurricanes, and even 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Cheatham looking for the pickpocket. Can't get it. Campbell for 3. That's short. Rebound, Rossiter. Thompson out of the corner and missing were the Hurricanes. I believe that was Rempel. Behind the backboard for me, my vantage point. Tamwine makes the lay-in on the nice pass. I believe that was Zach Votor on the delivery. Good cut. Cheatham drives, looks to kick baseline. Can't connect. Evan Villain checks back in for Zach Votor. Menzies and Dervisevic will check in on the next stoppage for the Hurricanes. Florian gets the dish off and makes the 2. Nice dump off by Vince Littleton. 23-20 Tommies. Catch there by Mills up top for Kyrie Thompson. He's going to drive and score. Explosive drive by Kyrie Thompson. Campbell into the paint, can't get it to go. Rempel, quiet thus far, is rejected by Evan Villain. Big defense there from Villain, and now here he is on the offensive end, picking up the foul on Nick Mills. Rossiter and Mills will go out. Menzies and Dervisevic back in. Villain on the line. 1 rebound to his credit thus far. That one dropped through as well for Evan Villain. So a rebound and a free throw now. Menzies gets contact and it falls in. That's going to go on Harrison Florian. Big Harry says, "What did I do?" Owen Amos will bring off Harrison Florian. 1:01 to go here in the first quarter, 24-24. Menzies converts for the 1-point lead for Holland College. Both teams now in bonus. Final minute of play. Menzies picks a pocket of Littleton. Littleton is going to pick up the foul. That's an easy call. Pretty sure you could hear the slap through my headset. It's going to be Littleton's first. Menzies misses. 58 seconds even to go here in the quarter. Hard fought, close affair as expected so far. Two quality teams that like to get up and down, get a lot of shots off. Amos on the drive. Amos gets right to the rack. Can't get it to fall. 2 tips for the Tommies. And it's Trey Campbell finally on the offensive glass. But it's knocked out by the Hurricanes. Referee Matt Tweedy giving a little instruction to Coach Tim Kendrick of where he can and cannot go on the floor. Coach Kendrick had the toes over the half line for sure on that one. It was probably 6 or 8 feet out onto the court. Amos from 3. McCauley with the pivoting move. Back for Kyrie Thompson, who's silky. Shot. Finds the bottom of the bucket. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Campbell can't get it to go. Back for Littleton. He gets one off. It doesn't go down. And no call on the foul. We're going to end the first quarter. Holland Hurricanes 29, St. Thomas Tommies 24. I'm going to take about a 2-minute break, folks, and I'll be back with action from Q2. It's about set to go here for second quarter action. Holland Hurricanes 29, STU Tommies 24. Final game of day 2, 2022 Ken Gould Invitational. Dandy ball game here so far. Jack McCauley of the Hurricanes leaves all scorers with 10. He's supported on the Canes side by Kyrie Thompson with 9, Jalen Menzies with 4, Chris Cheatham 2, Nick Mills 2, and Josh White 2. White, of note, has 2 fouls. On the Tommy side, it's Tanner Hoyt with 9. Owen Amos with 5. Harrison Florian 4. Vince Littleton 3. Ethan Tumwine 2. Trey Campbell 1. Florian and Tanner Hoyt each have 2 for STU. Hurricanes 10 of 24, 3 of 11 from deep, 6 of 6 from the line. The Tommies 8 of 19, 3 of 7 from deep, and 6 of 9 from the line in that quarter. Tommies turned it over 8 times. Looking for better ball protection will be St. Thomas. Hurricanes scored to open the quarter, extend it to 7, 31-24. Owen Amos has that picked off by Jalen Menzies. Littleton takes it right back. Littleton can't get the layup to go. but Evan Villain is right there for the tip. Kyrie stays hot from the outside. Kyrie Thompson makes the three. Vaults him up as the game's leading scorer with 12 points. Three doesn't drop for Littleton. Rebound to the Hurricanes. Dervisevic. He gets into the paint, passes off. Nice dish for Logan Rempel. And quickly, it's a 10-point lead for Holland College. Littleton on the dribble, Menzies on the reach-in. Now it's numbers for the Holland College. And timeout Tommies. Coach John Hickey says, I've seen just enough of this. It is a 9-2 run to start the quarter for the Hurricanes, as they come out in full gust. 38-26. Timeout on the floor by the Tommies. Coach Hickey will regroup the troops. Tommy ball out of the timeout, 8.5 to go in quarter two. They're looking for a score on this possession. Lavoie has checked back into the game. Instead, they almost get another turnover. They do get another turnover. Rempel defending the post pass from Littleton. Kyrie for Menzies. Kyrie Thompson comes away with the ball on the offensive glass. Going to set the shot clock at 11. It reset to 24 instead of 14 on the offensive rebound. What's the flick? Left when it should have been right, or right when it should have been left on the shot clock reset. Easy thing to do. Thompson is on fire, and some words to the Tommy bench after that made three. 41-26. The Hurricanes piling up the points. Amos can't get it to go. McCauley on the rebound. Thompson on the run again. He's going to pull up and shoot the three. Dervisevic on the steal. He's going to take a three. That one's no good, but it is the Hurricanes on the glass. Thompson's now going to drive. Steps on the end line. Tanner Hoyt will check back in. Checking out is Colin Downey, number 12. Downey, the rookie out of Rothesay, the former Red Hawk. Not sure I'll ever live down calling a whole game of the Rothesay women, where I was calling them Riverhawks because that's what it said in the program. I knew better, but I followed the program. Anyhow, it is the Red Hawks. I'll remember that one for a long time and not get it wrong again. Evan Villain on the reach. Rempel with the turnover for the Hurricanes. Was expecting McCauley in the corner. He wasn't quite there. Pass for Tanner Hoyt, 6 on the shot clock. Hoyt steps through, goes off glass, it won't go down. Battle for the boards. McCauley can't believe that one is signaled by the officials to stay with the Tommies. Tanner Hoyt will inbound. Tommies 4 flat here on the inbound play. Littleton on the drive, blocked by Rempel. Big block there. Jalen Menzies gets to the hoop and scores 2. Littleton, he's going to go at the tin again. He's going to miss that time. Rempel with a little chicken wing to clear some space. Now he takes the 3, makes it. Lavoie picks up the ball, is going to draw a foul. He'll go to the line. The Hurricanes have stretched the lead to a full 17, 46-29. Set off the top. We could see some big numbers on the scoreboard. So far we are, at least for the Hurricanes. Kyrie Thompson already with 15 points. Jack McCauley with 10. Jalen Menzies 8. Logan Rempel has come alive here in the last little bit with 7. For the Tommies, Hoyt 10, Villain 6, Owen Amos 5. The leading scorers for STU. Thus far, the Hurricanes shooting 49% to the Tommies 37. 6 of 16 for deep, 4 of 8 from deep for STU. And here we are again with the grade 5 square dance as the players are all shuffling the feet out there, trying to get the moisture off the floor. Used that a couple times now this weekend. I'm going to have to come up with something new. Put the thinking cap on tonight, see what I come up with tomorrow. So undoubtedly it will be another muggy one here in the gym and hot. Owen Amos might have got away with a little push. On the rebound, and nonetheless gets the tip to go through, cuts it to 15. Little wipeout surfing music underneath the bucket due to that moisture on the floor. We're going to try to wipe it up again. There you see Evan Villain trying to dry the hands on the wall. Rainy here. Hot in the building. The pool, of course, downstairs. Big swim meet or something going on. Lots of swimmers in the building today. So it is humid. Menzies, right into the body of Amos, draws the foul. Coach Hickey says, that's a foul. The referee's right. Stay vertical. Stop swinging the arm. Just stay vertical. 5:17 to go. Jalen Menzies to the line. Menzies has 8 points, hasn't been to the line yet. Hurricanes elect not to line up here. Menzies with Cheatham, McCauley, Dervisevic, and Rempel. Not a big lineup for the Hurricanes, but one that can put the pressure on and get up and down the court. Deflected by Menzies off of Villain. Ethan Tumwine checks in for Evan Villain. So for the Tommies, it's Amos, Tumwine, Hoyt, Trey Campbell, and Jeffrey Lavoie as they trail by 17. Another timeout taken on the floor. Once again, I'll take a short break. I'm right back out of the timeout. We're just about set to go out of the timeout. Personnel changes for the Tommies. Harrison Florian, 22, is in. Tanner Hoyt, Ethan Tumwine, Trey Campbell, and Jeffrey Lavoie. As the Tommies drop into a 1-3-1 zone. Rebound by Campbell. He dribbles out of trouble, now finds Tumwine. The outside for Lavoie against Dervisevic. Now Campbell is going to take the three. Calling for a travel on the Hurricane sideline. McCauley on the miss. If it was going to be a travel on Campbell, it also would have been on McCauley because it looked exactly the same to me as he stepped into that first shot. Hoyt rims out. Cheatham for Dervisevic. Court sling for McCauley. Back for Dervisevic. Rempel. That one was way wide. Off the backboard, Hoyt on the take. That's going to be an offensive foul. That's going to be Tanner Hoyt's third. That's a big foul for the Tommies. He's going to have to come out. No argument from the Tommies sideline. Vince Littleton checks back in. Littleton has one foul. Down by 17, 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The Tommies leading scorer, Tanner Hoyt with 9 points, picks up a third foul. Likely on the bench for the rest of the half. Little housekeeping for Alman Dervisevic, of course. Familiar to folks here in this gym from his time with the Tommies is Al. Pretty good personality. Great to see him still playing in the league. McCauley on a deep three. Campbell for Florian. And Tomwine, he's going to drive, put in the runner for 2. Timeout taken. Not sure what Coach Kendrick saw, but there was something he didn't like. And he calls the timeout. Of course, the coach is in a whole different mindset and a whole different level than I'll ever be in terms of thinking the game and seeing the game. You see the game in a whole different way when you're the coach. Certainly could be any number of reasons for the timeout. Could be he just wants to draw up an offensive play at this point or make some changes as he saw the Tommies go back into that 1-3-1 zone. Could just be let's have a talk about our offense and how we want to run against a zone. Who knows? Other than Coach Kendrick and now all the players in the Hurricanes huddle. .332 to go first half. 18-point lead for the Hurricanes, as they've laid a 51 spot already on the Tommies. They were in triple digits yesterday. This Hurricanes team is aggressive on the scoring end for sure. Lots of guys who can put the ball through the hoop. Tomwine with collision on the rebound comes away with it for Littleton. Littleton on the spin. Runs into Dervisevic, but he'd already lost the handle. Menzies on the quick turnaround, turns on the four-wheel drive and gets it to roll over the rim. Menzies knocks it away from Florian, right into the hands of Trey Campbell. Dervisevic is going to pick up a foul. It's going to be his second. Al doesn't have any points thus far. Does have 2 fouls and a couple assists. Littleton, big scoring line yesterday. Hasn't quite been able to replicate that. Vicente Balitan checks in. Vincent Balitan out of Surrey. It's on the roster at UPI. Not a whole lot of games in town. In terms of provincially in Prince Edward Island, it's UPI or Holland College for options at this level. See frequent movement between the programs, players up, players down, depending on schooling programs and eligibility, all kinds of things like that. Not uncommon to see that happen. And of course, Coach Kendrick was at UPI for a while, and he had Dervisevic as a recruit at one point in time at UPI. So they're reunited. Taken away by the Hurricanes, that's Cheatham for Balitan. He's too long, but rebound to McCauley on the weak side. Menzies was looking underneath, and now McCauley for 3. That's no good. Lavoie corrals the carom. Campbell can't buy a bucket, Littleton can't buy a bucket. Lavoie on the steal. Tommy's down by 20. They need to score. Instead, they get another turnover. It's Cheatham behind the back pass. Rempel Tried to come aboard the emergency brake. Ended up with a rear end skid. Did Rempel. Little wipeout into the snowbank. Cheatham is really bothering Littleton. Lavoie on the drive. Lavoie can't get it to go. Florian crashes the board. Foul goes on white number 4, Balaton. Coach Kendrick thought that was going to go on Harrison Florian, I believe. If it was physically possible to be beside yourself, that would be how I would describe Coach Kendrick right now. Lavoie makes the second. 18-point game. We've got a whistle here as Littleton wipes out. Going to get the towel out again. And some of you will get this one, just thought of this. We're going to do the Icky Shuffle now to get the moisture off the floor. Folks of my vintage will know that reference. The Icky Woods of the NFL. Again, some of the youngsters playing here probably have to look that one up. Every once in a while I do show my age. Littleton's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be Littleton's second. I believe will put the Tommies over the limit. No, only their fourth. Correction. They're quick on the board to get the foul up on that one. .118 to go in the quarter. The Hurricanes by a fairly big bunch. On the Tommies right now. Good save by Menzies. Inside. Rejected was Balaton. Littleton. Oh, that's a knee injury for Littleton by the looks of it. Twisted the knee. He's down. The hand on the knee. Trainer is out to check on Vince Littleton. He's able to straighten it, move it. Coach calls Trey Campbell back. Appeared maybe more serious at first than what it actually is. Littleton walks off under his own power. He says, yeah, I'm fine. I think you might have to turn him into the Black Knight from Monty Python. Cut off all of his limbs to drag him off the court. Vautour, Lavoie, Campbell, Florian, and Tamwine for the Tommies as they trail by 21 here in the last minute of the first half. Tamwine for Lavoie. Florian goes to work in the low post. Nice move by Harrison Florian, left it a little short. On the run out, Balaton kicks it outside for Macaulay. Balaton on the rebound, and Trey Campbell is going to get the reach-in foul underneath. That will send Vicente Balaton to the line. First foul on Campbell. Balaton off the heel on the first attempt. And off the toe on the second. Stolen again by the Hurricanes. Rempel on the lob catch from Menzies. Foul's going to go on Chris Cheatham. It's going to be Cheatham's second, I believe. Timeout Hurricanes with 4.4 seconds to go in this first half. This obviously is some sort of teachable moment for Coach Kendrick. Maybe setting up a late in the clock play as the Tommies will go to the line. There's only 4.4 seconds left in this half. No doubt. That's what this is, being drawn up by Coach Kendrick. Any opportunity here in the preseason to get a late in the clock full court play diagrammed up. You never know when you might need it later on. Great opportunity to put it into practice here in the preseason where the score matters, but it really doesn't. At this level, great opportunity to see. Let's see how they execute. See if they can get a good shot here after Campbell's free throws. So it will be Cheatham, Menzies, McCauley, Rempel, and Balaton. Campbell makes the first. His first point of the afternoon. I guess it is evening now. I've been here since morning. It's now evening. And makes the second. Let's see here what they draw up. Yeah, there's a break there for sure. They were certainly positioning in a certain way. Ahead for Rempel. They get the three off. They got a shot. It seemed to be what they wanted. They looked like they executed the play by the way they had the body language there at the end of the half. 19-point Holland College lead. They turn a 5-point lead after the first quarter into 19. 56-37 is your score in favor of the Hurricanes over the St. Thomas Tommies. Tommies, bit difficulty scoring in that half. We got 15 minutes on the board here for halftime. Get yourself a little snack, maybe a little beverage, especially if you're a Tommies fan. Maybe make it a little strong one. Come on back for the second half. The Tommies aren't going to give up in this one, you know that. Let's see what they've got for us in half number 2. Last game of the day of day 2, 2022 Ken Gould Invitational. Fans, welcome back to the LB Gym here on the UNB campus. Rainy evening here in Fredericton. Able to find an open window, get a little bit of air at halftime. It is humid outside, about the same in here. In fact, a little bit warmer in here than it is on the outside. I'm Bill Gibson, you're watching ACA TV and Tommies TV coverage of the Ken Gould Invitational preseason tournament. 2022 version. Tommies host annually, bring together 4 teams on the women's side, 4 teams on the men's side. 4 ACAA teams here this year, and 4 great teams we have. This one is sort of the largest lead we've seen here all weekend. Holland College 56, St. Thomas 37. Last game of the day of day 2 we are. The Tommies send their game starters back out to start the second half. Villain is 9, Amos is 10, Tanner Hoyt 6, Lavoie 13, and Littleton 4. And for the Hurricanes, they appear to do the same. Menzies, Dervisevic, White, McCauley, and Rempel. So the game starters are back. We'll have a quick look at the halftime stats as play gets underway here. It will be Holland College ball. The Hurricanes, 20 of 49, 8 of 26 from deep, 8 of 10 from the line. The Tommies, 12 of 37. They're shooting 32% versus 40 for the Hurricanes. Only 4 of 11 from deep and 9 of 14 from the charity stripe. Tommies have committed 16 turnovers. Tommies are out rebounding the Hurricanes. More assists on the Hurricane side. We'll get to the leading scorers here in a moment. Let's get some play in here. Villain stripped away by Menzies. Menzies all by himself. Lays it in. Villain on the catch. Looking for Lavoie. Lavoie will finish. Tommies execute some offense there against the pressure. Dervisevic. He drives, misses, taken away by Amos. Menzies with another steal. He's going to put up the shot. Now Villain into the body of Rempel, doesn't get a call. Throws it out of bounds off one of the Hurricanes. Take a look at the game's leading scorers thus far. Kyrie Thompson with 15, Jalen Menzies 14, Jack McCauley 13, Logan Rempel with 10. 4 players in double digits for the Hurricanes. Tommies don't have a single player in double digits. It's Tanner Hoyt with 9, Owen Amos 7, Evan Villain 6. Everyone else is less than that. Rebounds, Amos has 6, Florian 6, and Littleton 6. On the Hurricane side, it is Rempel with 5 leading that department. Nobody on either side with more than a couple of assists on the online stat sheet. I believe we've seen everyone on the Tommies bench, with the possible exception of Ben Dool. Not sure we've seen Dool in the game yet. Tanner Hoyt will shoot. And if I was paying attention to the court instead of the computer, I could have told you what was going on there, other than Tanner Hoyt making a free throw. Moisture on the floor to get cleaned up again. Again, it is raining here in the capital city. Inbound for Lavoie. Back to Villain. Cross-court pass. Littleton. Littleton. Blocked by White. Littleton knocks it out of bounds. That's the type of game it's been thus far for Vince Littleton. Really been unable to get very much going. For yesterday's big game has only 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. Menzies for Rempel. That's a rebound for Littleton, ahead for Lavoie, and now Owen Amos. He's going to get 2 points. Rempel for McCauley. That's a 3-pointer. Tanner Hoyt can't answer, but Villain is there on the offensive glass for the tie-up. Possession arrow to the Holland College Hurricanes. More mop action on the floor. Hoyt, the inbound for Amos. Amos on the drive. And the finish for Owen Amos. He wanted the foul. Asked the referee for it and got rewarded with a technical. Referee is getting a little hot under the collar in this one. Alman Dervisevic on the line. Uncharacteristic miss for Alman. Usually shoots up around the 90 percentile. Menzies for Dervisevic. Adds a little degree of difficulty to that one and makes it for 2. Numbers for the Tommies. Florian. He's mugged underneath by Josh White. Tough catch for Big Harry. He'll go to the line, the opportunity to cut into this 19-point lead. Tommies have been stuck there since halftime. Florian misses the first. Spencer Jeffrey over to check. I'm not sure on what issue. That's going to be a third foul on White, though. And Florian makes the second. Nice finish there by White. Knocked away by McCauley. Picked off by Menzies on the inbound pass from Hoyt. He goes against Lavoie and scores 2. Hoyt and Dervisevic with some words after the bucket. Delay of game warning on Dervisevic. Inside for Villain, he scores 2. Coach Hickey's a little wound up about something, looking for, I think, a technical foul on Dervisevic on that last play for some reason. Dervisevic to the front court for Rempel. Spot up three-pointer is short for Menzies. White collects the board. Rempel on the drive. Blocked by Florian, but right into the hands of Rempel. He gets it back and lays it in with the other hand. Florian back out for Lavoie. Littleton from 15 to the corner for Hoyt for 3. Rempel on the drive and for White inside. Nice pass, nice finish. Hoyt bombs away again. Rebound Dervisevic. Rempel for White. Dervisevic. Dervisevic with a little flop there after the shot. Trying to draw the foul. Thompson and Cheatham in for Dervisevic and White. So the Hurricanes go small here with the lineup on the floor. Trey Campbell checks in, as does Ethan Tumwine for STU. 5:03 to go. 71-49. Hurricanes. Littleton makes the 3. Cuts us back to 19. Kyrie Thompson step back. He takes the 3. Answers at the other end. Trey Campbell misses the 3. Tumwine on the offensive glass, rejected by White, but that's going to be a foul, either on Cheatham or White. It's going to go on White. That's going to be his 4th. Vicente Balatan will check in. Tumwine. Good on the first from the line. And the second. He's very quietly had a nice performance. Doesn't show up a lot on the stat line. He's been pretty good when he's been in the game here this afternoon. Tumwine, 2 years out of high school. Don't believe he played at the collegiate level anywhere last year. Has played lots at a high level, though, both at Fredericton High and on BMB provincial teams. Knocked out. Tommies now on the run. That's Tumwine. Lost the handle on that forward pass. 74-54. We're going to dry the ball off. Large part of Tumwine's issue was the liquid on the leather. But that corrected, and it will be Cheatham with point guard duties for the Hurricanes. Menzies to the line. Foul will go on Littleton, his third, team's third. 3:46 to go in quarter number 3. Out of bounds off the Tommies, that will go over to the Hurricanes. Tommies aren't going to give up, but they have to work to contain some of the emotion and frustration, I think, in this one as this quarter winds down. I think they expected a much closer game here than they've given the Hurricanes in this one. Menzies, all kinds of confidence, makes that long-range shot. Trey Campbell tries to get it to go from real deep. On the leak out, it's Kyrie Thompson. Lays it in calmly for 2. Timeout, Tommies. As it's now a 24-point cushion, 3:03 to go in the third quarter. 80 points already on the board for the Hurricanes. Make that a 26-point cushion once that gets up on the board. Kyrie Thompson 20, Jalen Menzies 20, Jack McCauley 16, Logan Rempel 12, Josh White 6. For the Tommies, Tanner Hoyt 12, Owen Amos 11. Littleton has only 6, Lavoie only 4, and Campbell only 2. Got to think if you're the Tommies, you're expecting a lot of points from Littleton, Lavoie, and Campbell. Not a lot on the board in this one. So far, it's been a high-octane offense from the Hurricanes. And a little too much lead in the shorts for the St. Thomas Tommies. The Hurricanes really have just come wave after wave at the Tommies here. A lot of weapons on this Hurricane side. They were in triple figures yesterday, but lost. To Mount Allison. Mount Allison today didn't have the same luck. They were defeated by Mount St. Vincent. That was a 92-81 loss for the Mounties. So if this one holds through the rest of this game, we could have all 4 teams on the men's side joining all 4 teams on the women's side with 1-1 records in this tournament heading into the final day of action. This score is a bit lopsided, but it goes to show that any one of these teams can beat any other on any given day, at least thus far in this tournament. You got to bring your A game every time. And the Hurricanes have got the A game going here today, not so much for the Tommies. Kamwine on the defensive boards. It's going to be out of bounds. Florian used his length to go get it, but he was too long on the end line. Tomorrow action kicks off at 10 a.m. here. It'll be Holland College women versus Mount St. Vincent women. As mentioned, those teams are 1-1. Same 2 schools go at noon on the men's side, the Hurricanes and the Mystics. And then it's STU and Mount A. Close things out, women and men 2 and 4, the action tomorrow. Owen Amos scores on the lay-in from Evan Villain. Thompson, Kamwine not giving up. Score there again for the Hurricanes. It's going to be a block on Menzies. He wanted the offensive foul on Littleton, doesn't get that call. Not sure if some of these towels are doing more harm than good as they try to wipe up the moisture. Can't be a lot of drying power left in a lot of them by this point of the day. Campbell loses the handle but gets it back and then dribbles again. That one goes through for Trey Campbell. Shot made. I think that's Dervisevic for 3. That was in the corner I couldn't see. Evan Villain scores 2. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter, 25-point lead for the Hurricanes. Tommies have a big mountain to climb. They're going to try to climb it. Owen Amos. That's a 3-pointer. Stop here would be big for St. Thomas. Villain with a rejection. But Kyrie Thompson picks up the foul. Then points at the scoreboard. A lot of trash talking going on there. Technical foul called on Owen Amos. A lot of jawing there back and forth. I didn't really like the point at the scoreboard from Kyrie Thompson. But it is Owen Amos that gets a technical foul. Obviously, whatever was said, the referee right there didn't like the words. All I could see was the gesture. As I said earlier, the Tommies have to work to contain the emotion. And I guess what more can Thompson do other than say, look at the score. We've got a reason to be pretty happy here. We're up by 22. We put up 85. We're not even quite at the end of the third quarter. Spencer Jeffrey over to talk to Coach Hickey. Referee Dan Wilton pulls Spencer Jeffrey away from Coach Hickey. Jeffrey's teed up a couple here. Amos comes off. Dan Wilton now having a conversation with Coach Hickey. That's Kyrie Thompson on the line. He converts. Tumwine on the spin. It's going to be a foul on Dervisevic, his third. Both teams over the limit, only 10.3 seconds left in this quarter. Tumwine makes them both. As I said, he quietly had an impressive game here. I'll say in limited minutes. I don't see minutes on my online score sheet here. But certainly off the bench. Some positive to take away there. Coach Hickey still having a conversation with the official. Coach Hickey himself was a longtime official. Not sure if he's still a member of the Officials Association or not, and has refereed, I'm sure, a lot of games with all three of these gentlemen on the floor in the past. So he would know them well. About a minute 15 left to go here between quarters. I'm going to take a quick break. Get myself a little water and maybe a lozenge. Fourth quarter may be brought to you by Honeybee. Again, Honeybee folks, if you're out there watching, I am loving these orange lozenges. Just about set to go. St. Thomas Tommies a bunch. The Holland College Hurricanes a much bigger bunch. 87-65 in favor of the Hurricanes in this one. As we go to the fourth quarter, yes, 87 points on the board, and we're not even into the fourth for this high-flying Hurricane squad. 32 of 73 overall, 11 of 33 from three-point land, and 12 of 16 from the line. Tommies, they've made 10 less overall, 22 of 58. 6 of 18, but 15 of 21 from the free throw line. That's Cheatham. He muscles up to score two. Big difference in this one is turnovers. The Tommies have committed 21 already. Hurricanes only 9. And to make it a 25-point lead, it's Chris Cheatham on the line. Leading scorers, Kyrie Thompson, 24, Jalen Menzies, 20, Jack McCauley, 16, Owen Amos, 16, for Stu, Tanner Hoyt, 12, Evan Villain, 10. Zach Vautour, Jeff Vautour Jeff Lavoie, pardon me. Rempel finishes. Dravicevic gambled on Lavoie, got the foul. It's going to be Alman's fourth, I believe. It is his fourth. Hoyt will inbound. Spencer Rossiter up off the bench for Coach Kendrick. I don't think we've seen Chris Druken yet in this one. Everyone else, I believe, has got in for the Hurricanes. Lavoie spins a couple times. Looks to put that one up. Rempel on the board, out for McCauley. Back to Rempel, flying through the lane, scores two. Picked off by Thompson. And that's a make from McCauley, 97-65. 8:35 to go. Lavoie gets a shot up. He's going to run back on defense. Thompson still in attack mode, scores two more to make it 99. Watching the conversation here in the timeout between Coach Hickey and referee Spencer Jeffrey. Now Spencer back to talk to the other folks on the officiating crew, Dan Wilton and Matt Tweedy, conferring about something. Whatever it is, John Hickey is hot under the collar. That's something the officials have not called that he's been expecting them to call, or something they didn't see. It could still be from something last quarter. Love my perch here up top in the pit. Sometimes when you're down on the floor, you can get a better gist of what some of those discussions are about. Sure, there's a lot of frustration with the score at this point, as his Tommies are down 34. Florian on the spin. Pass inside for Campbell. That's going to go down and a foul called. Campbell will go to the line. Foul's going to go on Rossiter, his second. The Hurricanes, they were a high-flying bunch last year, averaged nearly 100 points per game in the ACAA. Heavy losses with the top three scorers. Some good pieces back, though, and a lot of additions. New coach in Coach Kendrick. Unquestionable, they're going to be in triple digits here for the second straight day in the Ken Gould. Look like they're going to be scoring in bunches again in the ACAA. This is going to be one heck of a year. Thompson with the takeaway from Florian. Florian will hustle back but not challenge the shot. Lay in from Thompson. 101-68. Campbell on the drive. Behind the back for Florian. Florian fouled again. I think that's going to be Cheatham, who's going to pick up the foul. Hurricanes are jumping on everything. Mystics, if you're watching from your hotel, get a good night's sleep tonight. You're going to be in a track meet tomorrow, I think, with these Hurricanes. Vautour knocks it away from Cheatham, but it's out of bounds off the Tommies. Tommies will get to see how they stack up against Mount Allison. Mount Allison, a really, really good game yesterday. Not so much today against MSVU. Looked like a bit of a different team. Looked like the young high turnover team that they are on paper. Yesterday they looked like a pretty polished group. Offense was really flowing. Be interesting to see which Mountie team shows up tomorrow in the game versus STU. That should be a good one either way. Campbell gets on the board again with a 3. And the Hurricanes and the Mystics. Hurricanes allowed that Mountie team to shoot 60% or thereabouts yesterday, pretty high percentage. Regardless, Macaulay makes a 3. But they put on a clinic here so far in this one. They're up by 33. Campbell, that foul is going to be on the floor. Made the spinning lay-in. Tumwine and Colin Downey will check in for STU. I thought one of the officials called that foul on the floor. However, Mr. Jeffrey must have that in the act of shooting. Oh, no, pardon me. We are already in the bonus. That's why we're shooting. Score clock I was looking at that end is right directly behind the basket for me. I'm blocked from that number. Didn't think we were already in bonus. We are. That's why we're shooting 2. Rossiter misses the 3. Rebound Florian out for Tumwine. Florian through the key. The runner goes for Harrison. Good defense by Tumwine on Cheatham. Cheatham got to the rim. Tumwine was right there with him. Saw Ethan a fair bit in his time at Fredericton High School. Those are pretty powerful teams he was on up there. One really good one for sure, I think, was his grade 11 year, where Norm Burry was the anchor. They subbed in waves of 5 a lot of time. Doing some PA work up there. They weren't not exactly PA friendly when you're subbing waves 5 all like that. However, Tumwine was part of that group. It was a really good team. And he was also part of the under-17 provincial team. Played at the Curry Center a few years ago when BNB hosted. But overall, I will say this may be one of the more impressive all-round performances I've seen from Ethan. He's working his butt off on the defensive end, that's for sure. Campbell comes up short, rebound to Thompson. Thompson On the drive. Can't get the finger roll to go. Two Hurricanes are hustling for it. And now a third takes the tumble as he's coming over to help them up. Rossiter joined the fray. Looked a little bit like a dog pile there for a second. Little perspiration situation. Going to get looked after over there. You can see just by the way Rossiter went down trying to go over to help teammates up what that moisture on the floor does. Just makes it impossible to keep your footing. Rossiter with a little Bambi action there in the attempt to help a teammate. 5:40 to go, 104-75. Got a sub coming in, Nick Mills. Florian out of the low post, off glass and in. Harrison Florian has showed off some offensive polish in the low post here this weekend. Block there for Villain. Trey Campbell has his pocket picked by Jalen Menzies. Menzies against Florian. That's the long and the short of it. It is the Tommies that come away with it. Now Rossiter picks off the Florian pass. Menzies on the drive. Offensive foul on Jalen Menzies. Good charge taken by Trey Campbell. It's the kind of defensive effort Coach Hickey is looking for. And again, it's Mop Magic time. .451 to go. Big deficit for STU. Crowd is fairly quiet in this one. Tommies haven't given them a whole lot to cheer for in quite some time. Hurricanes just keep building this lead throughout the game. Of course, some flashes of great plays from the Tommies as well. But overall, as Kyrie Thompson did earlier, point at the scoreboard, just look at the differential. Again, Florian with a nice move down low. Fights for the offensive board, gets the jump ball with Logan Rempel. Rempel will inbound. Nick Mills in the high post. Rossiter on the drive, met by Florian on the block. Trey Campbell gets right to the tin and fouled by Nick Mills. Mills in his first year out of Cornwall at 6'6". Don't know exactly which high school that would put Nick Mills in if he's in Cornwall. My guess might be Bluefield over there, but that's a stretch. Rebound for Florian. Takes a couple dribbles and thinks better of it. Does result in a takeaway by the Hurricanes. Rempel is going to get called for the double dribble. He didn't think he did, but I thought so as well as the official. .343 to go in this one. Campbell gets to the bucket, can't get the score. Rossiter for Thompson and Menzies. Thompson backs it up. Now he goes right at the bucket. Long pass outside. That was Menzies on the miss. Tumwine for Votor. Really, really close to back court for Zach Votor. Florian for Votor. Votor for three. That rainbow finds the pot of gold for Zach Votor. Shot put up by Nick Mills. He answers with three at the other end. Tumwine on the drive. He's going to pick up a foul. Again, high scorers, Kyrie Thompson, 28. Jack McCauley, 22. Jalen Menzies, 20. Owen Amos, 16 for Stu. I don't think we'll see him the rest of the game. Trey Campbell, 14. Tanner Hoyt, 12. Evan Villain, 10. .40 of 88 for 45% for the Hurricanes. 26 Tommy turnovers. That's really the story of this one, is the turnovers. And made three-pointers as well. The Hurricanes have 14 on 39 attempts to the Tommies, 8 on 21. .222 on the clock. Coach Tim Kendrick says, let's have a timeout. He's having a long stare at the officials. Something he doesn't like with that last bit of play or one of those last calls. As I said yesterday, it's going to be a fun year having him on the sidelines. He can be on his own, worth the price of admission, much like in my younger days here when UNB played in this gym and Dave Nutbrown would come to town with Acadia. He could be worth the price of admission on the sidelines. The Hurricanes are a must-see when they come to your town around the ACAA. Check out the squad on the floor. I think you'll enjoy Coach Kendrick on the sidelines as well. Florian on the catch on the inbounds, back for Campbell, who puts up the three. Downey was on the offensive boards, but it's taken away by the Hurricanes. Eight is Ryan McKinnon. He's checked in for Holland College. Nick Mills blocked by Harrison Florian. Hurricanes scored 108 yesterday in a loss. They've got 107 on the board here already. Tommies have 83. A lot of nights that gets you a win. in the ACAA with that number of points on the board. Booked them 95 yesterday to beat MSVU. Heck of a season ahead, despite the big gap on the scoreboard in this one. Referees again having a chat with 2:02 to play. Both coaches say, let's just get going here. Enough with the chit-chat about whose ball this is. Let's pick one and get going here. Tumwine's getting 2 shots out of this somehow. Folks, if I had any idea what was going on right now, I'd tell you. I'm sure I'm not the only one in here confused. Rossiter off the inbound gets those 2 back pretty quickly. 109.85, under 2 to play. Tumwine misses that 3. Trey Campbell crashes the glass. Rebounds, puts up a 3 that he makes. Kyrie Thompson with a miss there. Menzies attacks. Florian gives him a little tackle on the way through. So many stoppages in this one, folks. Tough to keep in the flow of this game, especially with all the moisture cleanups. Seems to be a long delay between the start of play between whistles. A lot of officials' discussions. Doesn't seem to have bothered the Hurricanes. They put up a big number. Confusion on the Tommies' part about who's going to get on the lineup for the free throw. Vicente Balaton checks in. Campbell, a deep 3, no good. Rebound Mills, 1:24 to play now. Thompson with a score here, he could get up to 30 points. McKinnon, if that's not an island name, I don't know one. Rossiter on the miss, rebound Balaton, he scores, gets the foul. It's going to go on Colin Downey, his first. 58.8 to go. Balaton converts. 113.88 now. Lotor for Tumwine, picked off by Rossiter. Rossiter will finish. Smart play by Tumwine, not to challenge. Downey for Florian, back to Downey. Downey gets the lay-in. Rebound, Tumwine. Comes to the front court for Campbell, who takes the 16-footer and makes it. Elbow extended. 14 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Expect no shot here from the Hurricanes. Thompson will run the clock out. He finishes with 28. McCauley 22. Trey Campbell leads the Tommies with 17. Owen Amos 16. We're going to finish this one 115-92. That puts all the men's teams at 1-1 in this tournament. Tomorrow we get underway. Women's action at 10. It will be Holland and Mount St. Vincent. Same two schools, men's at noon. And then it will be women's and men's, Tommies and Mounties. To finish off the 22 Ken Gould Invitational, I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for watching throughout today. Glad to be interactive on Twitter with you folks. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Tommies will hope for better results tomorrow. The Hurricanes put a pile on the board in this one.